Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fragrant Bunker. Today we're going to be talking about Christian Dior perfumes, in particular the Collection Privee. I got bad news and more bad news and one kind of good piece of news. So first, subscribe to my channel here on the tubes. Push that subscription button, push the notifications button so you always know when I have new videos coming up. And yeah. You can follow me on Patreon, superdacob spelled together, for extra perks. Thank you to my patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday on my main superdacob channel, so go subscribe to me over there and join the fun every Saturday in the live chats. Cue in the chats. Hello, my lovely co-chatters. Listen, you guys, I have some issues with Dior at the moment because, so the sad news is this. First of all, I've received information that prices are going up. Actually, they've just went up. Depending on the country you're in, but I always go by France because, you know, Dior sits in France. And if the prices go up in France, the rest of the world will follow. And they went up considerably in France. So the 250 milliliter Collection Privee fragrances just went up in France from 330 euro per bottle to 350 euro per bottle for the 250 mil. Then there's the 125 mil, and then there's the 40 mil. They all went up respectively, around about 20 euro each. So this is terrible news because they did not really get informed about this. So the prices were apparently supposed to go up a little bit later, like a week later. But then Dior pulled a sneaky one on everyone and upped the prices overnight. So now the little tiny good news in all of this is that the candles, the Collection Privee candles, still have the same price as before the price increase. But the perfumes, the body lotions, the soaps, the shower, I'm not sure about the soaps, but the shower gels, body lotions, and perfumes went up in price. So that's really bad news. Really bad news because it's a lot of money. Yeah, Tina says, no surprises here. Everything is up, up, up. I know, it's Camelita Melanda says, no, I'm running out of coins. I know, it's terrible because it's like, it's a lot. And the sad news is that before we got a chance to have the re-editions of Francis Kurkdjian, because as you know, Francis Kurkdjian took over the directorship of, is now the artistic director of Perfumes Dior. We know he developed Eau Noire in the early 2000s and also Cologne Blanche, but I have here the original from the early 2000s, the Cologne of Eau Noire, which is the first formulation. You see it even says Cologne down. It has this bottle, you know, you could screw on the sprayer, but otherwise it just has a stopper. It's a splash bottle. It's a beautifully designed, super thin glass, very elegant. These break easily too, so you gotta be very careful. So, as we know, Francis Kurkdjian is reissuing Eau Noire, Cologne Blanche, and bringing back the original formula, so he says, of Bois d'Argent. Even though all three are coming out as eau de parfums, I don't know how he's going to give us the original formulas, if he's going to change the concentrations, because they're not going to be colognes anymore. Or are they? He might bring them back as colognes, I don't know. But anyway, so before they're released, they up the prices. And now, so they're going to release the set of 3, Cologne Blanche, Eau Noire, Bois d'Argent, as a set of 3, 40 ml each, little tiny bottles. The size of my Balade Sauvage. Like they're going to release a little coffret of this size, 3 of them next to each other. So what are they going to cost? Like now they're like 120 euro per bottle per 40 ml. It's insanely expensive. So if you want to get the OG formulas of the original 3 Collection Privee fragrances, you're going to have to shell out a pretty coin. So that's also bad news. And allegedly they're going to bring them out in their normal sizes as well later on in the year. September, October, I've heard. And then they're, of course, still going to cost a pretty penny. And then the saddest news of it all is that, and this my sales associate, representor of fragrances at Collection Privée, told me, Dacob, a lot of the Collection Privée fragrances are being discontinued. And I was expecting this because after Demachi left, I was like, Francis is going to butcher the collection and he's going to bring in new ones. Oh, I'm sorry. I just hit the microphone. So if you just heard me hit the microphone, I apologize for that. So Francis is apparently going to introduce a few new ones. I'm super stoked that new Collection Privée fragrances are coming out. I can't wait for Francis Kurkdjian to deliver his vision of the Collection Privée. Of course, with the first 3 coming out, and I'm going to buy all 3, Eau Noire, Colombe Blanche, and Bois d'Argent. But however, he's going to bring out apparently other ones as well. But the sad news is that quite a few of the Demachi releases are going to get discontinued. Not that I was a huge fan of them, but I liked a couple. And unfortunately, all the ones that I really liked are going to be discontinued. And this is the sad news. So I've been told, but don't take my word for it because this is what my sales associate told me. So everything I say in this video is anyway for entertainment purposes only, just alleged, and my opinion only, right? Not rooted in any truths or facts. But I was told that Patchouli Imperial is gone. They already put it in an extra shelf, like a drawer hidden. I loved Patchouli Imperial. It was one of my favorite patchoulis. Patchouli Imperial is leaving us. Oud Ispahan is apparently leaving us, which is insane. It's kind of literally the only oud I own. And I have the original formula from 2012, the first release. I love it. Wonderful oud rose. This was before ouds were a huge thing. That's when Dior released that one. So that was a good one. Belle de Jour. Belle de Jour with its gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pear. Oh my God. Belle de Jour is also going out, you guys. So I'm telling you, I know the prices just went up. And it's crazy, like literally a week after the prices went up to go and buy these perfumes. But what choice have you got? If you love them, it's now or never. You're being warned. You've been warned. They're discontinuing them. And if you love it, buy it. But just to be safe, before you buy it, go to your, if you are nearby, a Christian Dior Collection Privée counter. Just ask for confirmation to your sales associate and say, hey, I've heard that Oud Ispahan or Belle de Jour or Patchouli Imperial and several others as well are being discontinued. Is that true? Is that true for my region? If it's not, well, you know, trust or not trust a sales associate, kind of tricky, but because, you know, but yeah, all of the ones that they're discontinuing were in the drawer. They were already put aside in my boutique. And I was like, oh, if I wasn't really looking forward to buying the new Eau Noire, Colombe Blanche, and Bois d'Argent, I would have shelled out the money to buy backup of Belle de Jour, for sure, and another bottle of Patchouli Imperial. Oud Ispahan, I still have a lot, so I'm fine with that one, but yeah. But since I'm waiting to buy these other bottles, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars stocking up on, no. It's fine. You know, I have my little 40 ml bottles of Patchouli Imperial, of Belle de Jour. I actually repurchased Belle de Jour. So I have a second one. This was years ago. So, what can I tell you? It's really sad news, isn't it? Yeah, Oud Ispahan. He better bring out some real fighters. Right, Jack? I was also thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my gosh. Francis, you better deliver, girl. Like, I love you to bits, Francis. You are one of my all-time favorite perfumers, of the living perfumers. But girl, you best deliver. Because if you're going to start, you know, taking down all these perfumes... But my sales associate said, yeah, but new ones are coming out. I was like, yeah, but the new ones are the 3 ones. She's like, no, no, no. Other ones, not just the 3. Not just Eau Noire, Colombe Blanche, and Bois d'Argent. So I was like, well, here's hoping But still, of all the perfumes they could have discontinued from the Collection Privée, and some of them are really boring, these are the ones that they these are the and more. These are the ones I remember, but there's more that they're taking out. I'm like the best one. You're taking out the best ones. Why don't you delete something boring like Sakura? Oh, I think Sakura is also leaving. Or why don't you take out another one that's like Fève Délicieuse is still selling well. Not my favorite. I would, Eden Rock. I know it's a new one, but Eden Rock, oh my gosh, I cannot stand Vanilla Diorama. Girl, I know it's a new Dior fragrance, but like if you're gonna discontinue something, take away Vanilla Diorama. We don't need another vanilla fragrance in the Collection Privée. Leave the interesting fragrances there. Not that they were particularly interesting, all of these, Demachi concoctions, but some of them were better than others, and Patchouli Imperial was definitely better than Eden Rock. Are you kidding me? Like, light years better. Au Noir is going to be a hefty price by its release in the fall. Yeah, I know. It's... Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Patchouli Imperial is amazing, Tina. Yeah, it's being discontinued. So, that's the news. We'll go. Get your bottles. Ask your sales associates first for confirmation if in your region these bottles are going sooner rather than later, and which others might be discontinued. And then figure out your priorities, where you want to budget. Stocking up on bottles that are getting discontinued, or saving the coin for the new bottles that Francis Kurkdjian, they all begin with an F. It's all potato, that Francis Kurkdjian is bringing out. I'm gonna save my coin for his new perfumes, but I will miss Belle de Jour and Patchouli Imperial quite a bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Never give up on love. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Oh, and let me know the list of the perfumes that are going to get discontinued. If you know more than I do, please share with me. And never give up on love. Subscribe.